Hi, how are you? Wanted to say hi and want to make a quick video real quick before getting back to my usual channel content. So, as the title suggests, and as my previous video suggests, I did experience COVID-19. I caught it from either a church or a party. It was one of the two. I'm not quite sure. But I just wanted to kind of talk about it. Kind of talk about what happened to me. Everybody's experience is different, and I'm gonna tell you what happened to me, and that does not mean that if you catch it, this will happen to you. That just means this was my experience with COVID-19. So here's what happened. Friday, New Year's Day, January 1st, which was 16 days ago. I woke up, it was a day off. I usually work Fridays, but I got lucky enough to have that day off, so I got to wake up, do some editing, and chill. I was planning on streaming that day, maybe playing some Rocket League or something like that. This was before I got Black Ops Cold War. Thank you, Gabby and Clyde, I love you. Before Luke, Levi, and I have been just grinding zombies, leveling up our guns. So Friday, I wake up, and I just don't feel right. I don't feel like myself. I feel extra tired and just kind of out of it. And I was like, I must have not got enough sleep. So day ruined. I mean, I say day ruined. I just like to wake up refreshed, which I didn't. And so I go back to work Saturday and I'll be fine. Saturday I wake up and oh boy. I mean, it wasn't anything like the symptoms that you usually get, but I just felt horrible. Felt like I was hit by a bus or something, like it was an extra hard cold. So I called in. Thankfully, my PTO had kicked in January 1st. So I called in, used PTO, slept from noon to 5. Not a joke. I woke up, did not feel like myself, but streamed from like 7 to midnight, and then I was off Sunday. Sunday rolls around, and I still felt pretty bad, but I thought it was just a cold because I was having like stuffed nose, dizziness, headaches, coughing, and sneezing, chills, things like that. And I was like, it's either cold or the flu. And so, but I was having these symptoms, and I was like, I cannot spread this, so I didn't go to church. And then Monday rolls around, I'm able to work, and work goes by fine, but I still don't feel like myself. It just felt like a cold. That's what it felt like. I thought it was a cold. I went and got tested Wednesday, but I thought it was a cold. Tuesday, I was, I thought it was a cold. I just kind of felt sick. It was interesting because Monday night, it started Monday night, but it didn't really hit hard until Thursday, or Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday night, though, went to bed, because Tuesday's my day off. I figure wake up and chill a bit and do whatever. But Monday night, I suddenly got this pressure in my chest. It wasn't necessarily like to where I couldn't breathe, but it was like something to where like the only way I can explain it is I felt like there was a block in my chest to where whenever I breathed, it was just uncomfortable and it just didn't want. It wasn't even that bad. It just didn't want to let me take in breath super easily. That was Monday night. After a while, it went away. 12 o'clock it started. 2 o'clock it went away. I was fine. I went to bed. Tuesday I was fine. I felt sick, and Tuesday night I had kind of the same thing. And then Wednesday it started getting a little bit worse. Thursday and Friday, however, oh boy. So Thursday and Friday, it got to the point to where my job is I talk on the phones all day. I work from home. I talk on the phones all day. I get paid very well, thankfully, and I have very good benefits, so I love my job. Friday, I just could not do it. I was talking, and it was to the point to where, like, I just could not catch my breath, and I was just the entire time I was just like, after the call I just had to sit down. It felt like I had worked out all day, and I was just, you know how you get that thing in your chest where you just like that. That's what it felt like all the time. Thursday, Friday, and like Thursday night through Friday and Saturday and then Sunday. And so I genuinely thought, like, I don't know what's going on, but it's got to be COVID. I got tested Wednesday, and it came back positive on Friday. So I knew I had it. But my goodness, man, when I say it was bad, I can see why people would be admitted to the hospital for having breathing issues, because as a perfectly healthy guy who doesn't have any issues other than being a bit overweight, I was like in bed, like I almost couldn't breathe. It was that bad. And like they tell you like you have trouble breathing. I didn't realize what that meant until I had the trouble breathing. I was like, wow, it's actually like this. And so on top of that, I cannot smell right now. And that's not even like I'm past COVID. I'm cured. My mom's starting to feel better. My brother's feeling better. My sister does have it, and she's still a little bit sick, but she's feeling better. I cannot smell right now. I can taste, but I cannot smell. I have this bod cologne that I use in my bathroom that I put on every now and then just to smell nice, because like girls have their perfume, boys have their cologne. I put it on just to smell nice. I took one whiff of it, couldn't smell it. And I was like, did I put on enough? Couldn't smell it. Went upstairs, and the first thing that my dad does is, whoa, somebody put on a lot of cologne. And I was like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, I can smell that a mile away. And I was like, I couldn't smell it. My dad made rice one night. Delicious. He made delicious rice. Perfection. All I smelled was the sensation of warmness. Couldn't smell what the rice smelled like. Took a fudge pop out of the freezer. Went with the fudge pop. Couldn't smell the chocolate, but I could taste the chocolate. Gave it to my sister. I was like, hey, can you smell this? She's like, yeah, it smells like chocolate. I couldn't smell it. My smell is a little bit coming back, but I just I can't smell coffee. I can't smell pretty much. It's really weird. I can smell sensations. Like if you give me a fudge pop, I could smell that it is cold, but I just can't smell the chocolate in it, if that makes sense. Mom, unfortunately, got it worse. It's coming back slowly, but she could not taste or smell. She told me water just tasted wet. It didn't have a taste anymore. So that was interesting to see because she couldn't smell and she couldn't taste, and I really felt bad for her. At least I could taste. I know this doesn't sound like much, but there was the dry mouth. It felt like I constantly had to drink. And I ended up drinking so much that I'll say it, forgive me, it gets a bit gross here. Skip about 15 seconds ahead if you don't like it. It got to the point where I drank so much my piss turned white all day, every day. And I just constantly felt the need to drink because of my dry mouth. It even got to the point, it was a really weird slimy sensation in my mouth. To where when I drank water, it tasted really bitter. I've never had that sensation before, but it was whenever I drank water, I was like, no, that's not water. Now it's fine. It's gone. The dry mouth and the bitterness is gone, and I've got water here. It's tastes like water. Tastes just fine. When I had this bitterness in my mouth, it tasted disgusting. It tastes like a slimy water, which it's not, but it did taste like that. So I've never had that sensation before, but it was really weird. Oh, and then on top of that, heavy fatigue and heavy chills. I'll talk about the chills first. I would be on my couch or even in my bed, just kind of sitting there, just watching YouTube, and I would just have these heavy chills. I ended up putting on 2 blankets, one comfy blanket, one heavy blanket. I put on 2 socks on each foot, not 1, 2 socks on each foot, and I was still shivering like it was 10 degrees in my house, and I was like, what is going on? When I lay down in bed, I sleep with a box fan. That's just what I do. I had to turn the box fan around, put 2 socks on each foot again, and put 2 blankets on, and just lay there still cold. I was like, is this normal? There was that, and then the fatigue, which I still have, by the way, started on Saturday, where I was just stupid tired, slept 5 hours, and then every day since then, it's interesting because it's gone down, but it hasn't gone away. So it would be every day I'd just be super tired and just don't want to do anything, and now it's at night when I lay down, I'm so tired I just pass out, when usually I'm up for a couple hours watching YouTube or whatever. So yeah, that was not fun, but hey, at least my sleep schedule's a little better now. Now, on top of it all, the last symptom that I've had, which I still have to this day, I am having a lack of appetite. When I say lack of appetite, I mean I have felt hunger. I'm currently a little hungry right now, but I have felt hunger. This is the second time in 5 days that I have felt the sensation of hunger. And even now, it's super minor, I just need a little snack. All day today, I've had 2 honey buns, a bowl of chips, and 2 tacos. And that's it. And I feel full. Typically for me, 4 tacos for dinner, a decent lunch, but I've just been eating so little and I don't feel hungry. But I'm kind of just forcing food down to make sure I don't starve to death because I know I need food. I'm drinking a lot of water, thankfully. But that's the interesting thing as well. Ever since I've been over it, I've had a lack of smell, a lack of appetite, and fatigue. So that's what I'm currently dealing with right now. Thankfully, it is over now. I'm no longer, the worst is over, thankfully. Keep in mind, if you ever do get COVID, unfortunately, the worst days are days 7 to 10, 7 to 11, because for me, that's when the breathing hit, and it hit hard. So just keep that in mind. Also, do not let anybody tell you it's a fake virus or that it's not as bad as it seems. Me, a super healthy person, I almost wanted to go to the hospital because I just could not breathe. I even went up the stairs at one point, and instantly I was I couldn't catch my breath. I thought I was going to pass out. Got super dizzy, and I had to just stand there for a minute just doing that. Also, on top of that, I could not take deep breaths. They were impossible. At some point, it just hit me to where I had to stop breathing in and I had to breathe out. So when I would yawn, I would have to go, instead of going deep breath, I would have to go and then yawn. It was really weird. I had to learn to control that, but I could see how older people who already have kind of trouble breathing could seriously get ill or even die from that because it was bad. That's my main point of this whole thing. Be sure you wear your mask, social distance, because you might think it's not bad. It's bad, okay? It's real, it's bad, and I never had H1N1, I never had the swine flu, I never had anything like that. Like, I don't know how bad those were. I couldn't tell you. You could say, well, H1N1 was worse, and I'd be like, I wouldn't know. I never had it, so I can't compare it. All I know is COVID-19 is the worst virus I've ever had, and I pray to God I never get it again. So just please listen to the authorities when they say it's a real threat. Don't do anything stupid, or if you're having symptoms, even if it's just, for me, it started off days 1 through 4 or 5, it just felt like a cold or the flu, and then it turned into something worse. So please, if you're having any symptoms like that, get tested, quarantine, stay away from people, because you never know if it could turn into it. Remember that, and I really appreciate all the love. I thank you very much. I am feeling much better, and I'm feeling much more motivated, and I'm looking forward to getting back to some playthroughs and posting some streams on here as well. So I appreciate you guys being patient. Check out Gabby's channel. Check out Clad's channel as well. They're both linked in the description. Gabby's been, I've been working on her videos, and I just got Left 4 Dead 2 finished and uploaded. Clad has his awesome music channel, which if you ever watch my Twitch, his music is my intro when I do my 2-minute timer. I don't do it all the time, but when I do it, that's his music. So definitely check him out, because I love watching his videos. Genuinely do. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next one. This is Royal Gaming signing out. Bye.